How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Riley here, and today, yet again, yes, we are bringing you guys another brand new video here on my channel. Now, today we are coming back at you guys with another series here on my channel that I do very frequently that I know a ton of you guys really do enjoy. And yes, if you haven't caught on yet, it is going to be another episode of NBA Hot Takes. Basically, for any of you guys who do not know what this series is, it's very self-explanatory. I basically take a handful of situations or scenarios from an Instagram page called NBA Confession. As I do in every single video, I will link the Instagram page in the description down below. You guys should go check it out. I always say this, it is a great Instagram page. But yeah, that's basically it. You guys will catch along very fast. I basically just take a handful of situations from this Instagram page. I go through them. I tell you guys how I feel about them. And it gives you guys the opportunity to leave your feedback in the comments down below of what you think of these scenarios as well. But as I always say, if you guys haven't done so yet, please, I'm highly encouraging each and every one of you that check out my content frequently to go down below and subscribe to my channel. You guys will not regret doing this. I promise you guys that. I'm coming out with brand new content every single week. I'm aiming for 2 to 3 videos every week, I should say that. But without further ado, we are going to jump into another brand new episode of NBA Hot Takes here on my channel. All right, the first one we are going to be covering for the video today is going to be if Anthony Davis never wins a ring in his career, he'll be the greatest player to never win a championship in NBA history. All right, in case you guys are wondering, the main players that he's trying to compare Anthony Davis to if he never wins a ring are players like Patrick Ewing, John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, etc. But with this situation, it's honestly, there's no way you can tell yet. There's no way you can answer this question yes or no as of today. Because trying to go off of the best player out of people that haven't won a ring in their careers, honestly, in my opinion, it's strictly going to go off of the numbers they put up throughout their entire career. And in case we haven't noticed, for anyone that's looking at this question, Anthony Davis still has a long way to go in the NBA, despite if an injury happens, praying to God it doesn't. Because Anthony Davis is clearly one of the top tier talents we have in the NBA right now, and one of the top tier talents the NBA has seen for a very long time, at least so far in his career. Like right now, I want to say that Anthony Davis is only about 23 or 24 years old, maybe 25. He's one of those three, I know that. But still, looking at the athletic ability of Anthony Davis and seeing what this man has done so far in his career and looking at the potential he has going forward, the sky is honestly the limit for this guy. I'm really excited to see where he's going to be signing in the 2020 free agency period to try and get a couple of championships under his belt. Because believe me, in my personal opinion, if you guys surround Anthony Davis with the right amount of talent or the right players, he will be able to acquire your city a championship. I have no doubt about that. This guy is special. But yeah, the final answer for that one is basically that it's too early to tell. All right, and the next one for the video today is going to be adding a superstar small forward like Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard would make the Brooklyn Nets a contender right now. All right, I'm just gonna say it right now without even having to second guess myself on this question. I am going to full force say yes to this. There is no doubt in my mind when I think about it right now that if the Brooklyn Nets were to throw Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard into their lineup right now, they would be one of the top teams in the East, if not one of the top teams in the NBA, in my opinion. Because I've actually heard this a lot, and it actually makes me laugh when I think about it, because it's actually very true that the Brooklyn Nets have the most mid-level talent all across their lineup out of any team in the entire NBA. Like, you cannot fight that. All across the board. I mean, D'Angelo Russell is a rising star, don't get me wrong. But then other than him, you have Jared Allen, who is a rising star, but is currently a mid-level talent. You have Joe Harris. You have Spencer Dinwiddie. On top of that, Damari Carroll, Karis LeVert. So they are filled with mid-level talent as well as rising star talent in the NBA right now. Like, don't get me wrong, you guys. I absolutely love watching this Brooklyn Nets team right now as it is. But if you were to throw, say, Kevin Durant in that team after this offseason, if you would somehow sign with the Nets, yes, I think that would make them a top team in the East, depending on if the chemistry works out with the team. Because you definitely always have to take that into consideration when talking about throwing a certain player into a rotation. You always have to take how they're going to get along with each other into consideration. But the only way that we would be able to tell if this would actually happen or not is if Kevin Durant goes to the Brooklyn Nets this offseason, or Kawhi Leonard per se. So if Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard are watching this video, please, one of you, go to the Brooklyn Nets. I would love nothing more than to see this happen going into the 2020 season. All right, moving on to the next one of the video today, we are going to cover right now, Brandon Ingram is the best player on the Lakers and is proving that he can live up to the expectations of becoming the next Kevin Durant. Now, if you guys have been watching the NBA for the last couple of years since Brandon Ingram came into the NBA, being drafted by the Lakers with the number 2 overall pick, every single year you have been hearing about the comparisons of Brandon Ingram to the body and the play of Kevin Durant. Whether people are bringing it up to make fun of Brandon Ingram because he hasn't lived up to this hype, or whether people are bringing it up because they still believe he can live up to this hype, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that Brandon Ingram, I personally don't think will live up to the hype of being a player at the same top tier caliber level as Kevin Durant. I mean, don't get me wrong though, in the last week or so from the time I'm making this video, I'm pretty sure in like the last 5 or 6 or even 7 games, Brandon Ingram has been averaging around 28 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and a couple assists per game. So as soon as the NBA got out of the All-Star break, Brandon Ingram just flipped the switch, it seemed, and he is absolutely going off right now for this Lakers team when he's playing. He has also sat out the last 1 or 2 games, if I remember correctly. But with me saying no to thinking that he will live up to the Kevin Durant hype, because I personally, like I said, I don't think he will. He definitely still has shades in him that shows that he can live up to some more potential in his career at least. Like, especially with the numbers he's been putting up recently. Like, this has honestly been shocking me what he's been doing for the past week or two. The dude definitely has potential. I'm not trying to shut out anything he has going forward with that statement. He's obviously still very young, has a lot ahead of him, and he has a lot to prove going forward as well, playing with LeBron James for the following 4 years, with the exception that he doesn't get traded in those 4 years. But like always, we're just gonna have to wait and see if that happens as well. All right, you guys, I have a decent amount to say about this one, so I'm thinking this is gonna be the last one for the video of NBA hot takes today, and it is going to be Pascal Siakam is a superstar in the making. All right, once again, I'm going to come straight out with it right away. Yes, I personally believe that Pascal Siakam is a star on the rise in the NBA right now, making a very strong case for most improved player of the year this season. Pascal Siakam's current numbers of 16.5 points per game have spiked up from last season's average of just 7 points per game. He's also increased by about 2.5 rebounds per game this season, as well as about 1 more assist per game this season, rounding out the cumulative numbers this season of averaging 16.5 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and 3 assists per game for a top-tier Toronto Raptors team in the Eastern Conference. He is very much proving that he can handle his workload with this team as just a 24-year-old who has been thrown into the center stage of the spotlight and is very much providing for this Toronto Raptors team. Like, I know a lot of people can also be making the arguments that this is just a one-year wonder for Pascal Siakam and that he will never do this again. I mean, many players have given us examples that this has happened in the past in the NBA, but no, personally, in my opinion, I feel that Pascal Siakam is the real deal going forward. I think the Toronto Raptors should hang on to him as long as they possibly can. Please, if you guys have not done so already, pay attention to how Pascal Siakam plays in that Toronto Raptors system in the next nationally televised TV game of the Toronto Raptors. Because, I mean, when you watch this kid play as just a 24-year-old with the determination he has, with the drive, with how he plays the game of basketball, once again, in my opinion, he has the ability to last and put up consistent numbers like he is this season, or even better, for a very long time to come in the NBA. Like I said before, he is making a great case for 6th man of the year in the running with, I personally believe it's going to be between him and Buddy Hield. So yeah, honestly, I feel like that race is going to come right down to the wire, but nonetheless, yes, I do believe that Pascal Siakam will be a star in the NBA 4 years down the road. That is my personal opinion. I'm sticking with it. All right, you guys, I'm thinking that's going to mark the end of the video here today. Like always, I'm really hoping you guys did enjoy the video. It means the world to me when you guys do and you show your support on my videos. So if you did enjoy the video in any way, shape, or form, please make sure to go down below and slap a like on it. But yeah, after saying that, I think that's all I have to say. Subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel and enjoy the content. But on that final note, I want to thank you guys for watching again. I love each and every one of you guys. You mean the world to me. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace!